U.S. Farm Report weather is brought to you by H&S Manufacturing. Maximize baleage yield with less time and effort with the LW1100 line wrap bale wrapper. You can wrap round or square bales, and the automatic operating mode allows for a one-person operation.
Well, here in the High Plains, there are drought concerns this fall, especially just south of us in Kansas, where some producers are having to haul in water for their cattle. Matt Engelbrecht joining us now with an updated look at the drought monitor. Matt, what are the biggest concerns?
Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Looking out next week, drought monitor again, pretty extreme in terms of the drought. And in fact, in some places, not only extreme, but exceptional. A few pockets, some very dry conditions coming up into Ohio and West Virginia, but also into Oklahoma and Texas as well. What is noticeably different this week than last week and the week before, the amount of yellow now encompassing the United States. Now, the yellow isn't officially a drought, but it is dry, and it doesn't really take much. Based on where we're going with the overall pattern, I expect the yellow to hang around, possibly get worse, rather than the situation alleviate itself anytime soon. One of the reasons for that is we're returning to a pattern that's going to kind of bottle all the moisture up, bottle all the energy up back on the west coast. Now, this is a jet stream for the rest of this week, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. You can see this upper level low, which traditionally would provide some widespread rain in and across the United States. Isn't going to do that. That's going to be moving off to the north and to the northeast. In its wake, a ridge of high pressure starts to develop, and there it is. Not a lot of up and down motion with the jet stream. That means things are going to stay rather consistent day after day after day, which is going to allow things to stay dry, drier, driest, and then of course warm, warmer, and warmest over the course of about 3 to 4 days. So again, there's the jet stream on Tuesday. As you get into Wednesday and Thursday, not much going on with the ridge of high pressure. In fact, it amplifies back up here towards the Canadian-United States border. And as I mentioned, back out here on the west coast, there's the trough. So again, cooler than average conditions and also a lot of rain on the west coast, but the energy is going to have to work up and over that ridge of high pressure rather than go through it. So what that means, drier than average conditions between the 10th and the 14th. And you can see on the temperature outlook, we're expecting above normal temperatures for a large portion of the United States. Where we do see some substantial rainfall, the Gulf Coast states, that's where temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler.
Thanks, Matt. Well, USDA will release its first survey-based yield estimates next week. But what are the most critical factors to watch for corn and soybeans in the next 60 days? University of Nebraska's Brad Lubin and Jeff Peterson, plus Nebraska alum Doug Simon, join me for a marketing discussion that happens right here from the University of Nebraska next.